We are on project 4 of my spring sewing plans, which is going to be some wide leg pants with an elastic waist. I'm going to be using my self-drafted shorts pattern and my self-drafted extension that I add to the bottom of the shorts pattern to make long pants. I'm going to be using this thrifted tablecloth as the fabric. I like how it kind of looks like a denim. And then for the waistband, I'm going to be using this 3/4 inch elastic. I began by cutting out 2 front pieces and 2 back pieces and 4 pocket pieces. Then I serged the top and curved edge of each pocket piece. I measured where the pockets will sit so the top overlaps with the waistband, and I sewed down the straight side. Then I serged down the whole side of each pant leg. I flipped the pockets towards the outside and top stitched down the straight edge. Then I set one front piece on top of the other with right sides facing and sewed along the curved edge. I repeated this with the back pieces. Next, I laid the back pieces on top of the front pieces, right sides together, and sewed down each side. Then I matched up the crotch seam and along the inner legs and sewed. Now it's time to fold down the waistband. I first folded about 1/2 inch and then folded down again, making sure it's wide enough to fit the elastic through. I sewed around the waistband, leaving a couple inch wide gap to thread the elastic through. I used this threader tool to push and pull the elastic till it reached the other side. I overlapped the elastic and zigzag stitch back and forth a few times. Then the gap can be sewn up. Last step is to hem the pants. I wanted them to be a crop length, so I marked that length, but added 2 inches so I could fold up the end twice and sew around the hems. Last minute, I decided to add some back pockets since the pants kind of look like denim. I measured the back pockets on a pair of jeans and made a pattern with a 1/2 inch seam allowance around 4 sides. I did not add a seam allowance to the top side since I cut the pockets along the hemmed edge of the tablecloth. I folded in the 4 sides with seam allowance, gave it a press with the iron, and then placed the pockets on the pants. I brought out the little ruler to make sure they were evenly placed, and then I sewed around the 4 edges. All right, the wide leg pants made from the thrifted tablecloth I think turned out really cute. They're very wide leg, which I love. I'm wearing my slippers because my feet are cold this morning, and I like how they kind of look like denim, but not quite. You know, they're still that kind of cozy cotton material elastic, so it's super comfy. But yeah, they are quite puffy like in the front, but that's just kind of how, you know, elastic pants tend to fit on me, which is totally fine. That's how they are, and they're cozy, so I'm all about it. But as you can see, I added some booty pockets. I just thought with them looking kind of like denim, they looked a bit plain in the back. But yeah, absolutely love how they turned out. I just threw on the vintage rowing shirt from my mom, a cute little beaded necklace I made the other day, and then I'm trying out the whole, you know, head bandana thing. Let me know. Is it my look? Can I pull it off? I kind of like it, but super cute. Thank you so much for watching and happy crafting.